All right, so we are on week 2 of our story quilt. Last week we made our plan and we chose if we wanted to make a town or a city, and we practiced drawing, and hopefully yours is all complete. Mine was just very quickly done as an example. But I'm going to show you our next steps for today. So you have all of your ideas down and you are ready. Now today we are going to do a little bit of a collage with our story quilt. So what you're going to do is you're going to get some scrap paper. And with the scrap paper, you can cut some squares and cut some triangles. And what we're going to do is we are going to securely fasten those down with some glue. Remember, you're going to glue on the back of the piece that you want to add. And on that black paper, which is going to be our story quilt, the drawing part, you're going to glue down your pieces for your houses and for your town. So a few more. Remember, you're going to glue around the outside. Not a lot of glue. Make sure you get the corners really well. And glue around your different houses. And you can choose any colors you want. I'm just using a few different ones. That's some blue. How about some orange houses? And after you're done with your gluing, we can add details at the very, very end. So we're just going to try to get our little town or city, if you're doing a city, filled in on the bottom. Okay, as you're working on that, your next step would be to draw your details. So my detail last week that I talked about was a person flying through the sky, and I said you could draw yourself or friends, all with a magical idea of flying. So I'm going to show you what we're going to use for those. So for the flying through the sky example, we're going to use our special construction paper crayons. And you can sketch it out first with a pencil. Remember, we are not going to make stick figures because we now know how to do shape people. And you can do it with nice, bright lines with these construction paper crayons. So remember, stick with your basic shapes of a circle for a head. And we can add the details after your basic shapes are in a rectangle or a triangle for the body. And see how nice and dark these colors come out? And then we can add some more clothes. I'm going to add some pants, my feet, and add my hair. Now afterwards, we can go back through with a dark marker and add more details. But remember, first things first, we just try to get all of our basic ideas in here. So after you're done making all your collaged houses and your person, we can add some stars in the background because it's nighttime. So 2 easy ways to make stars. One, just some little circle dots in your sky. Second way to make a star, an X with a line. X with a line. You can make a moon if you want. It's like a two backward C's too. So it's up to you. You can add really as many details into this as you want later on. But for today, we're going to get our basic shapes. All right. Then the last step for today is after you're done with your gluing on, that's the first step. We want to make sure everything's glued and secured. You're going to get your black paper. You're going to glue around the outside of your black paper. Get the corners. Make your X. Turn it over. And now I'm not going to glue it all the way down on the bottom. You want to try to center this on your colored paper that you have because you want to border all the way around the outside because this part is going to be the outside pattern of your quilt now. So once that's glued, you hold it down, nice and secure. If you remember from last week, we drew those boxes. We started with the 4 corners. So I drew a vertical line up and a horizontal line over. I went to the next corner, vertical line down and a horizontal line over. I went to the next corner, vertical line up, horizontal line over. And then the last corner, there. Now, like I said, the middle parts are too big, so we are going to, once again, divide those in half with a vertical line, and half on the bottom of the vertical line. And then you can go again and again. Same here. 1, 2. And then we still have a really big space over here and a big space over here. So I'm going to draw 1, 2 more lines. 1, 2 more lines. All right. And now, like you did last week, you can get all of those fun patterns. And right with your permanent marker, you may start drawing because you already practiced them. So you are a professional at patterns. So you can go straight in with your permanent marker and you can make some of those really cool quilt designs around the outside of your collage.